budget. And today we're gonna do something new. I've bought this game called Fighting Fantasy Classics, the PC version from Steam, and I want to try out some of these books and show it to you guys. But the one we're gonna do today is one of my personal favorites called Bloodbones, which is a story of where you are an adventurer and you're out to seek revenge on the killer of your family, whose name is a pirate called Cinnabar, whose ship the Virago is part of the whole gang behind the Pirates of the Black Skull. And yes, this is what Bloodbones is about. So here's the book right here, and I've actually played through it before, and I'm gonna show it to you guys how to go on. Anyways, guys, if you're anything you want to tell me, anything interesting you want to share or something, because for me I'm feeling kind of like bored right now, and December is not really that much, and I go to NS next month. Do free to message me on Instagram, WhatsApp, or comment on my YouTube channels. Tell me how I can improve my content, or just chat with me. I don't know. But anyways, let's get into it. So right now you can have a read of this. Every time that there's a long paragraph, I will wait for 5 seconds and then I'll continue. So you guys can read. You can pause the video and read if you want. But this game has been designed to play on adventure mode. But honestly, I would rather to do free read, and I'll explain to you later on why. Anyways, as well, our statistics, our stamina. Nope, I need it to be higher. Yeah, 24. Sorry guys if you see me kind of like inverted comma cheat, but to be honest, this is the only way like which is good to go like when you're more prepared, both skillfully in terms of swordsmanship and constitution in terms of your health, and a bit of luck as well. Because that is sometimes it's kind of annoying when your stats are very low and your chance of dying in battle only is even higher. So I may need to do this, which is why I'm doing free read as well. So please forgive me for this. Okay, now that one's good. That one's good. 12. Yeah, my skill always used to be like 12 or 11 or something, because it's just like that. Luck. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. Gold pieces now. I might need to spend some cash. Yeah, perfect. So it was just a stamina. And equipment, yeah. Okay. Yeah, 5 seconds for now. Here's the backstory, the background. Oh, I do not know if you may hear some hissing sound. So that's my computer motherboard. My computer is very old. I had it for 6 years, and it may be heating up. So if you hear the fizzing sound, you will know what it's from. So sorry about that. Oh yeah, this is how to play Fighting Fantasy Combat. You can just have a read for yourself. But for shorter paragraphs, I will read out. So, how will you deal with the ruffian stepping menacing towards you? We will stand firm and fight the rogues. Swinging the cudgels, the pirates engage you in combat. So, I'm the white dice, and the red dice is my opponent. Okay, that's a terrible start. And that's good. Nice. Second pirate. The half-ogre steps forward to fight you, face your opponent. Dropping his whip, the half-ogre moves in to attack you with its club. So we have a bottle of rum right here. So drinking the rum will restore 4 stamina points. And here's the adventure sheet, by the way. This is what we have so far. Okay, I could visit the taverns and inns, visit the notorious gambling pits, visit the markets, Find more about the Black Scout and the Cult of Quetzalcoatl, the evil spirit god, or see Governor Montalgo, or just look for the hidden base for the pirates. We'll go and visit the gambling pits. There are three areas that interest me. So it's either the Hour of Providence, Calabria's calculator, or the Amazing Armano. I will go to Calabria's calculator. Calabria's calculator is a large mechanical contraption made out of countless cogs, levers, and crankshafts. The main feature of the machine is a large panel with 5 windows in it, behind which are 5 jugs with numbers embossed on them. Standing next on the calculator device is an operator, a wizardly looking man who you assume is Calabria's. Step up, step up. Who will accept the challenge of Calabria's calculator? Only 2 gold pieces and you can win 10, the man calls out. You imagine that this challenge involves solving some kind of puzzle generated by the machine. Yes, let's go for the challenge. Ah, a contestant, Calabria's exclaims. Come forward now, don't be shy. Now where's your money? You hand over the 2 gold pieces, and Calabria's moves you to the side of the huge calculator device and pulls a lever. There's a lot of noisy clanking and the number of drums spin round at great speed. Gradually, one by one, they come to a stop behind their windows. The last one we're reading is up to be black, so the panel looks like this. 1, 9, 25, 57. The calculator has devised its cunning conundrum. This machine can baffle even the greatest minds in Rattleston. So let's see the pattern right here. 1, 9, 25, 57. So if you take the difference between this is 8, 6. The difference between 25 and 9 is 16. It's 32. So 8, then 6. So it's plus 8, plus 16, plus 32. So the next one should be plus 64 because 8 times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32, and times 2 is 64. So the pattern will be plus 8, plus 16, plus 32, plus 64. So 57 plus 64 is 121, and that's the answer. Yep. That's correct. Congratulations, says Calibur with a forced smile, and he reluctantly hands you 10 gold. We gain 1 luck point. Now let's look at the Hour of Providence. Yep. There's a nice picture over here. The Hour of Providence. Okay, let's try this. 1 point. The jackpot is 10 points, remember? Oh, come on, lose 5 points. Double your score. How? Minus 8. What luck. Never mind. I'm not gonna play again. Let's go. As you leave the game, you catch a whiff of an interesting conversation. Test your luck. Okay, we're lucky. As you elbow your way through the bustling crowds above the hubbub, you hear a gruff voice say, "The Vigoro sings for Bow Island at midnight." You look around to see 2 knavish-looking characters part company and go their separate ways among the throng. You won't be able to follow them. The Virago was the name of Cinnabar's ship and what was that about an island. This careless talk could be important. We're not going to visit Amazing Armano. Let's just leave the gambling pits. 2 hours have passed. Pushing through the hordes of gamblers, you suddenly feel something push into your hand. Quickly looking about you, you think you see an old woman hurrying away, but she is soon lost in the crowds. You've been given a sealed envelope. You wait until you are outside before breaking the wax seal and opening the envelope. Inside are a letter and an iron key. The letter reads, "If you are determined to defeat the pirates of the Black Skull, go to room 101 at the Silent Donkey, a friend." You presume the key must be the one to the room in the inn. No, we're going to ignore the letter. 2 hours have passed, so it's important to keep track of time. Let's go to the markets. Now we have 2 options over here between from Farthing Lane to Moneylender Street. Let's go to the market and find some practical equipment. We have rope, provisions, cutlass, throwing dagger, flask of grog, and a poison antidote. I'm gonna take 2 provisions and a flask of grog. Now, how much gold is there left? 22. Now, let's go to the bazaar. Okay, we have an ivory lion charm, a shark teeth bracelet, magical compass, potion of giant strength, lock of Elwyn's hair, and a darkwood armband. We're gonna buy the Shark Teeth bracelet and the Potion of Giant Strength. And we may be able to buy something else. We have 9 gold. Yeah, let's see the Lock of Elvin's Hair. Okay, yeah, sure. Fortune. Okay, let's go. We continue your quest. 1 hour has more passed. As you are walking along Trader Street, you cannot help but notice a roguish figure standing on the corner of Lobster Alley. The man is gaunt and scrawny in his later years, and with several days' growth of stubble. He also has an eye patch, a wooden stump for a leg beneath his right knee, and wears a long coat from a tricorn hat. A monkey with his own tiny waistcoat is scampering around the man's shoulders. As you walk past the pirate, you make eye contact and he beckons to you with a glance before turning and hobbling away. Then we're going to follow him. Despite having a wooden leg, the old rogue moves quite quickly and disappears around the corner before you can catch up with him. As you're about to round the corner, you suddenly have misgivings about your latest course of action. No, we'll go back the way we came. You turn around and come face to face with 2 black rogue figures, their faces hidden by the hoods of their habits. Wielding heavy cautious, the devotees advance on you. Let's fight again. I'll tell you more about this heal button later. Of course, you can play on the adventurer mode. That one is more engaging and fun, and it's the standard difficulty. But for me, who has played these games since I was 12 for 6 years, it's kind of part of experiences why I have chosen freeweed over adventurer mode. Okay, before we continue to Parkour 126, I'll tell you about this thing, the heal button. So the heal button actually restores all my stamina I've lost in battles to the whatever stamina I'm on now, which is 22. And with the skill is better because there will be a lot of combat. And if you come up with someone with such a high skill and your attack strength only depends on dice rolls, which is based on probability, it may be a chance where you lose all your stamina and you go back to 0 and you must restart the whole thing, which is kind of annoying. Same for luck as well. If you're unlucky, you may even end up in death. So that's why I kind of like want higher stats and decided to do free read. And sometimes you have these buttons called rewind and free choice, which I avoid. Only heal. See, this is what it says. This will fully fill your stamina. Sorry, fully fill your stamina. But don't worry, guys. I know that if you cheat, you never get ahead. But I would do my very best to avoid this. Only use those cheats, inverted comma cheats, in desperate times. And when they call desperate times, comes for desperate measures. But let's continue anyways. There's the pirate. Your opponent slumped to the ground and you turn around to deal with the pirate. The old rogue is already fleeing as fast as he can. You run after him, but hearing your approach, he spins around and lets fire a dagger. We have a skill test. And it's lower than 12, so we pass it. You duck in just in time to avoid being hit by the dagger, then you close in on the pirate. The pirate unsheathes a long knife with which to defend himself. You ain't taking no clearance yet, he spits vehemently. Come any closer and I'll slit your gizzard. Ignoring the old man's threat, you once again engage in battle. While you're fighting his master, the monkey does his best to distract you, climbing all of you and biting you, so my attack strength is reduced by 1. Okay, let's fight. Yes, he's right, we ain't taken old clearance yet, but judging by the way this battle is going on, he initially says, I'll slit your gizzard. Well, we're about to slit his. So I'm like, oh, you want to slit my gizzard? How about I slit yours? Well, he slit mine first, but oops, sorry, I pressed the tripod by accident. This I don't know how this happened. Sorry, guys, my bad. Okay, anyways, we have slit Quiven's gizzard. As his monkey scampers away, you make a quick search of the bodies of your assailants. The devotees carry no possessions, but Quiven's case is different. He has a purse containing 6 gold and a very unusual coin. It's almost twice the size of a regular gold piece and bears the image of a crab. It's a doubloon. Turning it over, you discover that the other side has also been stamped with a picture of a crab. Doubloons have not been minted in the pot of crabs for 2 centuries and as a consequence are rare and of great value. The coin you hold in your hand is, however, obviously a counterfeit. From this, you can only surmise that someone has been trying to mint their own doubloons, no doubt as a way to raise some money. You also take Quiven's Throwing Dagger. You can use it at the start of combat to inflict 2 stamina points of damage. Drake also told you that Quivens was one of Cinnabar's old crew, so they obviously know that you are onto them. You will have to be careful not to attract any more attention. Hurriedly, if someone cautiously, you set off again away from the markets. You're passing a shop window containing a display of old maps and scrolls when you suddenly remember the cryptic message you overheard in the gambling pits, which was the Virago sales for Bone Island at midnight. Pausing, you take a closer look at the shop. Above the decorative window is a sign painted with the words Mundi Pelago, cartographer, accurate and attractive maps and charts. Surely a map maker would be as good a person as any to ask about an island. Let's enter the shop. A bell above the door rings as you enter a quaint, tidy workroom. Framed maps are hung on the walls, and a bespectacled dwarf is poring over a chart at his work desk. As you enter, he looks up and asks if he can help you. You inquire as to whether he has heard of Bone Island. Not sure. My memory's not what it was, says the dwarf with a twinkle in his eye. Yeah, let's pay him. Pocketing your 2 gold pieces, Mundi takes a leather-bound tome from a bookcase and quickly thumbs through it. So a tome is an old word for book. Ah yes, here we are, he says, stopping at a particular page. This is a copy of legendary Captain Marlin's log from his exploring days with the prancing porpoise. On one of his many voyages recorded in this journal, he mentions in passing a tropical island inhabited by cannibals, which he named Bone Island. There is no map, but he does say that it lies 370 leagues east of the Port of Crabs. That's all I can tell you, I'm afraid, says the dwarf. If you ever go there, maybe you could make a few sketches that I could use to draw up a map of this place myself. Thank you, Mundi Pelago, for his help. You go on your way. 3 hours have passed. Nah, we're not going to do any of this. We're going to go and find the pirate's base. Night has already fallen by the time you start to look for the pirate's hidden base. At least that should make your activities more covert and less conspicuous. We can either look at the docks, the lighthouse, the taverns and inns, the sewers, the cemetery, or the temple quarter. We're going to look at the lighthouse. Leaving the city unnoticed by the Kakabad Gate, you make your way through the darkness to Madeleine's Point. The moon shines down from a cloudless sky, illuminating the crumbling tower that was once the port's lighthouse in more prosperous and peaceful times. But the moon is not the only light visible. Close to the edge of the cliff beyond the ruin, you can see a flickering light. If you want to investigate this light, turn to 184. If you rather approach the lighthouse, turn to 220. And we will decide what to do next time. So thank you all for joining me on the side adventure of Bloodbones. Really sorry about not posting so frequently because of exams. But now I'm going to be back in the rhythm now. So soon be in the look for more videos. And if any other content or you recommend me to do, please let me know in the comments. And we will continue this game the next time I see you guys or when I upload the video. So it may be either later in the day today or tomorrow. So just be in the loop for more, and in the next part when you join us back on this adventure of Bloodbones, we will see whether we're going to investigate the light or approach the lighthouse. Thank you for watching, take care and goodbye.